Hi guys, Kaze here. Welcome back. We're back with more Men of Yoshiwara Ohgiya title. Anyway, we're back with him. It turns out he's not what he says he is. So why did we? I didn't think that's why we chose him though. He made our heart flutter, right? Come on, I don't know. Alright, anyway, let's get going on horseback archery, which was two things I mentioned in the last chapter. Awkward. So very awkward. Utsusemi, having just confessed that he had tricked me, hung his head with shame. Judging by his heavy expression, he thought I was going to be angry even before I said anything. Kaze, I'm very sorry. I am unworthy of a truly outstanding lady such as yourself. Ryuto's an incredible courtesan. He's attractive, strong, and well composed. And Takiga was a wonderful person as well. He's good at small talk and is relaxing to be around. Compared to them, I'm unskillful. I have no composure and I'm sloppy at a lot of things. I'm not in a right material yet. I'm sorry for lying to you. I see. I nod as he said in confession, bewildered. I understand what you're saying, but the reason I chose you today is... How should I explain it? You said you're waiting for me. Yeah, that's why. You're easy to talk to. You helped me earlier. You're easy to talk to. Compared to everyone else, I think you're easy to talk to. Easy to talk to? Me? Yes. You said that you're clumsy, but to someone like me who hasn't grown used to Yoshiwara yet, it's comforting. And when I talk to someone who treats women too well, You think you're too naive. I'm worried that I might be. Utsusemi, after staring at me in mute amazement, finally burst into uncontainable laughter. So that's why. What a reason. To tell you the truth, I wasn't even thinking about your raise in status. I don't like judging people based on rank. Really? Even if you're a Ryan or a shop owner, I don't want to decide on that. Yesterday was the same. Huh. When it comes to people who've been to higher status since birth, you might be right. In that case, aren't we the same rank in your eyes, Kikuto, Takigawa, and myself? Yes, that's right. Wow, I guess I've just embarrassed myself even more then. I should have just stayed silent. I'm a fool. I'm such a fool. I looked at Utsusemi so agonized by shame I couldn't help but smile. I'd only chosen him because of the way the evening happened to unfold. I hadn't expected to receive this kind of sincerity, and I was pleasantly surprised. Oh, but please let me explain. I'm actually the next popular courtesan after the two Orion. It's not like there's no chance my status won't raise, you know? Really? Is that so? You don't believe me, do you? That isn't true. If I keep choosing you, your made-up story won't be a lie. That's why Kikuto brought it up so obviously. He was recommending you to me. You're very insightful. Utsusemi bowed his head, looking obliged. I apologize for my crude way of thinking. I truly do wish to entertain my family's business is the same way. Even though it's a totally different job, our circumstances are actually almost the same. I barely took it beyond my reach. What? That's not true. Yes, it is. You are a sincere and classy woman, and you didn't come to the Pleasure District for fun. I thought you'd pick skillful Takigawa or entice me, not wish to hand you over to a different courtesan. If that were to happen, I would regret it deeply. That? Maybe if you did something really terrible, but you've only shown me kindness. But you could be with someone else too, right? Well, Kaze, if we were to meet again, it would be our third meeting. You may be wondering if it's really me you want to choose. Today I told a ridiculous lie and bore a great deal of shame. After you went home, I was really worried you wouldn't care for me anymore. So, would you restore my sullied honor? Restore your honor? There's this festival coming up at the Inari Shrine. I wish for you to join me. Oh, I won't take your money for the business done out of the shop. They would get angry if I did. I just want to redeem myself. How about you meet me at the shrine grounds after the midday bell? I don't see why not. Great! Utsusemi clenched his fist, looking happy. One moment he was a stiff gentleman, the next he was as emotional as a young boy. He was such an imadima, it left me somehow taken aback. He was truly a mysterious man. What would we do at the festival? Just look around? You'll find out when we get there. But if you do like what you see at the festival, make sure to visit the brothel that night. I'll do everything in my power to make sure you aren't disappointed. I don't really understand, but what reason would I have to visit? Well, just look forward to the surprise. What we'll be doing is a secret until then. Oh, there'll be a lot of people, so it'll be dangerous. If you're worried, bring an attendant. Wasn't this not going to be a date? If so, what was his intention? In the end, Utsusemi didn't tell me any more than that. We promised festival several days later. I took Musashi as an attendant and went to Yoshiwara Inari Shrine. There were so many people. I wonder if I'll find him in this crowd. It was so crowded, it seemed like all the people in Yoshiwara had gathered at the shrine grounds. I had never been before, but I guess this must be a special festival in Yoshiwara. Where is he waiting for you? He said at the shrine grounds. If I had known I was going to be this crowded, I would have asked for more details. I was bumped into and knocked over again and again, Musashi steadying my body. As I clumsily meandered through the crowd, I looked for Utsusemi, but I gradually started to get angry. Ooh. It's useless trying to find him in a crowded place like this without so much as a landmark. If he had at least told me what we were coming here for, we could have set a meeting place. Jeez, if we can't find him after one more time around, I'm probably going home. Just as I was getting furious, we heard the sound of wooden clappers from a crowded area. Let the ritual horseback archery begin! The visitors of the shrine gasped with excitement. I noticed a change in the flow of the crowd and my eyes were drawn over. Horseback archery? They're going to do it now? Right here? I remember this festival was with Asagiri and he mentioned it, but we didn't go over and look. So, It looks like it as a festival offering. I hear it's done to pay for a cure from illness. It's been practiced at the shrine for over 10 years. What will take place now is probably the same ritual. Oh, so the sport is used as an offering. Sometimes great martial skills are performed as an offering to the gods. I wonder if the horseback archery that was about to occur here was like that too. Shall we go watch? Sure, maybe just a quick peek. I followed the crowd, my interest somewhat piqued. Part of the grounds was roped off and a path for the horses to run had been made. I nimbly peeked at the horse-running ground through the gap in the crowd. A large horse sped forward in a straight line, kicking up dirt as it ran. He's so fast! The horse and rider ran past in a blink of an eye and disappeared into the trees. I couldn't tell for sure how many arrows were shot. Musashi, do archery horses really run that fast? They wouldn't be able to hit the target. I widened my eyes with surprise. Musashi also looked impressed. That one was very fast. I believe the speed depends on the rider. Hitting the target is essential, so they must go as fast as they can and still shoot well. Oh, you're right. Next one's a little slower. Slower, yes, but still unbelievably quick. If it were me, I would barely hang on to the horse at that speed, let alone shoot an arrow. To let go with both your hands while on a running horse, straighten up and shoot? And to hit the target no less, what skill that must take. I thought for sure they would be running slower. As I watched with admiration, the facilitator announced the next archer. Number 6, the courtesan from Ohgiya, Sir Utsusemi. Huh? Surprised, I looked toward the riding ground and saw the next horse taking its place. The archer took his stance upon the horse and pointed his bow towards the ground. The man dressed in archery uniform and glaring straight ahead did in fact look like Utsusemi. You can do it, Utsusemi! My heart fluttered upon hearing the cheer. I hadn't heard wrong after all. It really was Utsusemi. After a short run-up, the horse seemed to steady its breathing and sped off running. He flew by with unimaginable speed. Hang on, let's look at the picture. Ooh, that's really nice. It looks really awesome. The horse sprinted in a straight line as fast as the wind. It galloped so fast any regular rider would surely fall off. There was no way the rider could shoot the bow going that fast. First target, hit! But to my surprise, the archer safely hit the bullseye. Without slowing, the archer knocked another arrow and nimbly shot again, almost as if dancing. Second target, hit! He shot again. Third target, hit! Bullseye! Dang, he's good. The horse ran off the grounds, leaving the spectators gasping in awe. It all happened in mere moments. I wasn't sure I'd be able to see his face, and had his name not been announced beforehand, it was that fast and that quick. Musashi, what does bullseye mean? Is it something amazing? I asked excitedly. Musashi grinned. It means he hit all the targets. It's not something just anyone could do. Archers who hit all the targets receive imperial gifts. So he's really good. So this is what he meant by telling me to go to the brothel if I like what I saw at the festival. There was no way I wouldn't be visiting after seeing something this incredible, even if I did feel like I had been cleverly lured in by his wiles. But for now, I wanted to find Utsusemi and tell him how wonderful I thought he was. Utsusemi at your service. Otome appeared soon after I was brought to the tatami room in the brothel. The ferocity I'd seen on his face earlier was gone, and he now wore the expression of a courtesan. He was polite as he was yesterday, reverently bowing and nodding respectfully. But when he had raised his head, he was grinning as if he had successfully pulled off a prank. I was like, "Did you see me this afternoon?" I couldn't help but smile at his excitement. "Yes, I did. I really did like what I saw." "Really?" "Really." "Good. I didn't know if you were there. I couldn't have seen you while I was on the horse. I looked for you after I was done, but you must have already gone home. I worried all day whether you'd seen me or not. So, how was it?" It was amazing. It was scary. Do you always invite girls out like that? Oh, it's so rude. It was amazing. That was amazing. I would be scared just riding a horse running that fast. To let go of a horse and shoot an arrow? And to accurately hit the target on top of that? I couldn't believe it. It was like you had been possessed. All right. Utsusemi clenched his fist, looking happy at my honest compliment. "We've talked for a long time. Forgive me. You must be hungry. First, please, have a sip of this." He humbly filled a cup with sake. Now that I thought about it, this was the first time he had poured me a drink directly. "You can drink tonight too, right? You should have some too if you like." "In that case, I graciously accept." Utsusemi nodded stiffly and drew closer to me. Huh? Before long, the table and the geishas arrived to begin the banquet, but Utsusemi stayed near. We had always kept a distance appropriate for a guest and a host, but today was different. Was it because today was our third visit? Was that why he had served me the alcohol himself? I heard things change on the third visit, but I didn't realize it'd be this dramatic. Does it make you nervous to be so close to me? No, that's not it. Really, you've become very stiff. I guess so. I was just surprised. Is this what happens after the third visit? Yes, it is. Of course, if you don't like it, I'll move further away. But somebody suddenly took my hand. On the other hand, I could come closer if that's what you prefer. No, that's okay. I'm fine. I drew back flustered, and somebody laughed and let go of my hand. The hand he had touched felt so warm. If he stayed beside me like this, I didn't know if my heart could take it. It might be easier if you were a little drunk. Would you like another drink? Sure, thank you. I cast my eyes downward and let him pour me more alcohol. The tasty, refined sake slid down my throat. He seemed to be making sure I didn't have too much, but I didn't know how many drinks I had. I felt a warm and fuzzy sensation, drunk on the strong sake and Utsusemi's skillful entertainment. Kaze, has the alcohol made its way through your system? Are you feeling ill? Just as I was feeling good and once more emptied my cup, it was taken away from me. He nonchalantly took my hand and my face grew hot, not just because of the alcohol. I'm feeling fine, but I'm a little drunk. Shall we begin the banquet, or would you like to drink some more? No, I've already had enough. Thank you very much. Your face is bright red. Somebody laughed and gently squeezed my hand. Have you drunk too much, or are you embarrassed? I'll take that as a yes. As if they had heard our conversation, the servants attending the banquet began to clean up. I sat there bewildered, and the two of us were soon alone. Did everyone leave for us? Yes, they must have sensed it was time. This is our third meeting, so we're going to be left alone together anyway. Oh, so that was it. Starting today, our third visit, we were intimate. And not just a sense that we could drink together as close friends. It was the reason I had set foot in Yoshiwara. The time for him to perform his duty had come. What shall we do now? We could relax and keep drinking. Utsusemi lightly embraced me and looked into my eyes from close up. Or if you prefer, we could do something else.
Yes, please.
So drunk. As soon as I said it, my heart started beating away too fast, and it became hard to breathe. But this is what I had come for. Utsusemi was a charming man with a sincere personality. He was trustworthy. And a blinding light. Okay. He could gallantly handle a bow on horseback. There were few men with that much concentration and bravery. He was a flawless partner. There was no reason to hesitate. Good. I had been at a loss if you'd refuse after things were going so well. Looked at Semi's happy face and wondered how I should respond. You're exaggerating. I think there are plenty of people who are inexperienced and refuse out of nervousness. That's true. But while we're together tonight, I was praying that you wouldn't refuse. He kissed my forehead and I almost cried out, overcome with emotion. Or drunkenness. Shall we go to the room? I'll lead the way. Okay. He took my hand and I stood up. I felt flushed with heat, and not just because of the alcohol. Ooh, it's getting good. And that was a really nice picture of him doing horseback riding. Horseback archery. That was nice. But I look forward to the next chapter, and it's fun. I was doing his voice, but at the same time, it's like I can't do him refined, if that makes sense. It's like I can make it slightly polite, but he's like still happy-go-lucky to me, and he's like more upbeat than like Katara was in Destiny's Princess, so it's kind of hard to do. And definitely way different than like Liz, who's like upbeat but mischievous. So it's interesting. All right, guys, let me know what you guys thought about that chapter down below. I'll make sure to comment, and I'll see you guys later. Kaze out. Bye, guys.